Ba-da-da-da-da. Well, I was recording a video and I forgot to say one thing, so I better do it now. There's a bug in here now. Oh, the bugs, they love me. Oh. I forgot to plug the mic here. Gotta do it again then. That's funny. Hello. Ah, there we go. Hello, hello, hello. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Yo! It's been one of those nights for me. Now it seems my other computer DVD writer is packed. Alright, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to achieve my goal, but at this moment in time we are going to attempt to set up. I need to move this big box. We're going to try to set up an official Rodin coil test tonight. Oh, everybody is so excited! Got some new ideas, some new things to try. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna be able to use one scope, so I'm unplugging one because these are non-floating ground scopes. So I'll forget about it and probably blow one up. Okay. Okay. Let's see, I gotta unplug this light back here. It's gonna have a terrible reflection on this camera, which is going to be for the scope shot. I'm not terribly concerned about how nice the scope shot is, so it's just gonna be whatever it is. bit more. Terrible reflection. It's such a shiny screen, but that's alright. The scope is not really important tonight. I really just want to do some other tests. So now I have to remember how to do all this. Oh, I left my meter on. That's okay, that one was already half dead anyway. Alright, I'll put those away. This can be put here somewhere. Oh, hanging on there. Something. Alright, this wire and these capacitors can just chill out. Actually, these are 500 UF. 1400 volt DC. Might be able to use those for some of these experiments. Ground. Okay. Oh, I guess I can take this wire off for now. Oh, so much. The only thing, I guess I do have some. Well, the diodes I'm gonna use right now may not work for this, but it's alright. I could use this instead of an amp. It would be floating biased, but I know what works, so I'm gonna just hook it up the way it was. Hey Russ, blessings from Cincinnati. Thanks, Richard. Much love, brother, along with everyone else in the chat room. You guys all rock my socks off. And if you think I'm lying, well, that's too bad, because I'm not. So, guess what? Time to test this Rodin coil again. So, I'm going to pick the easy reconfigurable one, since I know what I'm trying to do right now. This one. And I got 4 separate coils, so I can configure them exactly how I wish. Actually, this is exactly what I need. Alright, I need my capacitors. So if you guys want to know what I'm doing, you can go to the forum, check out the Rodin coil thread. This is an official Rodin coil test, you know. What do you need to do a live stream video broadcast? I was thinking of trying my hand at it. It's pretty easy, Richard. You just need a webcam and a YouTube channel. You have both of those, I presume. Yeah? So the only other thing you need... Oh man, I gotta find this BNC cable. So the only other thing you need is basically download download open source broadcaster, and then go to your YouTube channel and look for the live stream thing over in the side, and once you find it, you'll see where it says live stream. You'll find the information. You got to take that key that's there, drop it into open source broadcaster. Oh wow, there's a whole nother set of coils on here I'm not even using. Oh snap, Sean! Look at that. I got all these I'm not even using. Amazing. Anyway, so once you get that figured, And that done. You just set your webcam up, hit start streaming, and if YouTube picks it up and you got all the parameters right, then you're good. That's it. It's real simple. I can help you if you need it. But download open source broadcaster. I highly recommend. Well, this is just me. I like the old version. I don't like the studio version. I like the other one. That's just my preference. Well, these ones are a mess. But you can do any one you want. I just like it because it's easier for what I want, but sometimes the other one works better, so you can use whatever you want. I will tell you the studio version is probably better, but harder to use at first. Oh, where did this wire come from? Uh-oh. She broke off, Captain. Fix me! I think I have it already because I was using it with my Raspberry Pi. Oh yeah, okay. A great little program. Works fine. Oh, looks like someone stole the small black and red wires from here. Matter of fact, I remember using them. I remember seeing them. Where did I see them at? I don't know. Okay. My load bank is up there. I should probably use it to tune. So what I'm gonna do is really, really simple. First of all, I'm gonna. Oh, I haven't turned this amp on in forever. I have to plug it in, which requires. Come on, this cable. Right, this is the. Come on now. This goes to active input, passive input. Oh, input. Active or passive? I want active, right? I think. Shouldn't I use active input? Yeah, right? I'm pretty sure most of us are using that or a very similar program. See, I probably shouldn't turn the amp on just yet, but I do remember. I want to do the passive. I just don't remember, but passive is better at the moment. Or is it? Can I blow it up? I really don't remember. On the output of the, or the input of the amplifier, should I plug into the active input if I'm feeding it a direct signal? Let's see. Oh well, we'll try passive. Let's go ahead and see what I got here, and we'll know, won't we? Alright, probe. I can turn the yellow off here. Probably turn the cursors off. I'll probably start with passive, less chance of frying something. Okay, here we go. Output. Well, at the moment I got nothing coming out. Should definitely still be connected. I got the volume half. Oh, I turned the amp off. Oh, do I have to have something turned on to the amp? Oh, there we go. Okay, passive it is. Seems to work okay. I do want a sine wave. That was a sine wave? Okay. Channel 1. Try it again. Why do I have a nasty waveform? Should I try the active? I'm going to try the active. Or should I? Well, let's try a square real quick. No, I think it's active. It didn't really change anything. Maybe it's supposed to be 2.5 volts peak to peak, not. Let's put it back on passive. Oh, the clip is on. It's clipping. Probably because it's not connected to anything. Alright, well, let's connect it to the coil. So what we're going to do, we know it works like this. So if this is A, we're going to connect the positive, and then the negative there. Going to be connecting. See, these are basically in phase. So we're going to go over here and go to the red wire. And we're going to go over here and go to the black wire. Like that. So now we'll turn it on and see if it's any better. I guess I gotta hook up the scope if I want to see it. It's not clipping anymore. It's probably just because it wasn't connected to anything. Oh, it's still clipping like crazy. How many volts is that though? 20 volts per division? We'll bring it back down to 0 volts offset, maybe. Huh. I mean, it's definitely outputting. What is going on? Let's try connecting it to output. Oh, that was channel 2. Ah. Channel 2 is screwy. Okay. There we go. But yeah, now I can hear it whining. I want to bring it back up. Oh, that's too high. Oh, that's what a square lathe looks like. Okay. What are you measuring? What am I measuring? I'm just measuring across the coil right now. Gonna make that a little bigger. Probably set it up a little better for that camera shot too. There we go. So, I have a hard time seeing the screen. It's upside down because I'm standing. Let me sit. So what I want to do now, turn this amp off, turn it down. I want to connect where this yellow wire is. I want to connect this capacitor bank, and I want to get this thing resonating again with stupid high voltage. That's what I want to do. I'm going to be using the other coils as the output. So we'll put this here. So it's the same way I got on my paper. Show you the schematic if you can't see it later. Why would you need an active probe? Oh, no, it's for the input to the amplifier. Sorry, I'm going from a signal generator. Were you here when I did all the Rodin coil stuff, Richard? Yeah, of course you were. Maybe not here, but you've watched them. So I'm going from the amplifier, the output of the signal generator to the amplifier, and it's got an active or passive input. I'll leave it at passive for now, it doesn't matter. Active should be fine, but I don't know what the impedance is, so I might break it. May have already broke the other one, I don't know. I'll have to check the output of that later, but anyway. Okay, so I don't remember how many capacitor banks I need to connect. So I'm going to go ahead and connect my scope probe now across the output of the capacitor bank. So on times 10. I gotta be careful. I'm just gonna look for a resonant peak. I gotta keep the volume pretty low. Because these probes probably only rated all inputs 400 volts peak to peak max. I'm going to play with pretty low output here. I know it's around 16 kilohertz. So I'm going to go ahead and add another cap bank. Don't remember how many I had connected. That was around 50 nanofarad, and these are 3 nanofarad banks. Pretty sure it's around 16 kilohertz. Let's see, if I got if I got 3 banks of 10, sorry, if I got banks of 10 of 0.3 UF, 10 in series, and then how many in parallel? How many do I need to get 50 nanofarad? Might have the coils wrong as well. C positive going through the cap. Oh, maybe I need to see. I want to measure the voltage because let's do peak. There we go. So now I can see. Probably sweeping too fast, but I thought it was right around 16 kilohertz. Like 5.3. So what if I disconnect? Disconnect those. Guess I need to hook up my load. Why is there an oscillation on top of an oscillation right here? It's interesting, isn't it? See, I'm used to looking at my other scope. Way past 17. You know what? Let me go look. Actually have that picture and see if the frequency is right there. Yeah, 18 it was. So it was. So that tells me I got something on the coil connected wrong. Somewhere around 18. So let's switch. Let's make these like this and see if that makes a difference. Probably have to turn the amp down now in case it's right. So I go. Something tells me it's the active input. Whoa, what is that? Has that something to do with the probe? It's like modulated. don't know, I've not used these particular probes on this. Let's look at the output. Oh, it must be. It might be. I wonder if I got the ground plug on the amp. It's almost like it just. Oh, we're gonna make this difficult, aren't we? It's like it's shorting out. Okay. Well, let's connect it to the ground on the ground and try that on there, maybe. Now we're grounded to the reference ground of the circuit. Oh, there we go. Maybe. Here we go. So that's like 27 kilohertz. So I'm going to change the capacitance. I'm going to put 2 in there. Okay. Now it should be lower frequency. Okay, well, let's hook that back up and only take one off. Did it go up or down? That's 30. So now it went down. So what does that mean? That means I probably need to connect. Well, first of all, let's turn that off. .930. Okay. Well, let's see, it would be times 10, 3. So it's 3 UF. So 3 It's only 15. How did I get... Right. This is off. Let's configure this completely different. These probably need to be... in series. That's why. At least that's what I'm guessing. So it needs to be like this. That'll get us maybe where we want to go. I should have watched that video before I did this, but it's okay. And I don't have the same scope, so that changes things slightly. Alright, let's try that. Now it should be a much lower frequency. I have much bigger. Could have been wrong. I'm using big increments, but okay. Then let me put this back, because this should be backwards than what I originally was expecting to see. So it should be like that. This should make a difference. If it's different at all, that'll be different. Ooh. 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 Look at that. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, now I know I've got the right... Oh yeah. Now I've got that right. This is right. So I need to take probably... just do half of this. That should lower our frequency, I think, unless it goes the other way. Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna go half of that. That would actually just be one. I swear it was. Okay. I did have just one. Alright. So, I did have just one. I had it right in the first place. Something was tricking me. So it's just one bank. So it's not 50. It's actually 3 nano. Why did I read 50? I don't know. That's okay. Sir Rodin, Coil of California, and Russ, you must be well rested again. Rested or ambitious. But anyway. Alright. These are 20 UF, but oh, it was only 150 volt. Okay. So 200 times 10 is 2,000. So I should be able to crank this up now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip onto the wire, and that'll still give me a nice reference point. And now I'll crank up the volume. And now we'll tune it in. So alright. Oh yeah, that's gonna explode everything. Alright, so I have no idea what those voltages really are. I'm capacitive coupled right now to the wire. So I'm going to go ahead and connect this load bank that I used to use all the time. Let's see, how is this tangled up here? We'll get it, oh man, that's been hanging there for a really long time. Alright, we'll just throw this right there. Alright, so now what we're going to do is connect the load bank. And we're going to watch these lights glow like a mother trucker. Yes, a trucker that drives a mother. What? Anyway. Okay. Here we go. I have to retune this to get maximum output. Oh, they're not all lit though. Alright, well the point is that we are where we want to be. That's where we want to be. So our scope is not lying to us. That's really what I wanted to find out. So now we're going to take a reference. I can put these back. Just leave them up here, but oh boy, hopefully I don't drop them. Alright, let's see, how did I have these tied up here? Something like that. They're a little low, but okay. Alright, so now we know where we are. Let's take a reference. Turn this sucker up. So it's somewhere around 36 volts. Get close to one of these caps. Close to any of these wires. Oh, right in the middle, look at that. So I need a, I guess I need a reference to ground, huh? Okay. So what I'm going to do, oh, it's like a perfect triangle wave, check that out. Alright, that over there. Okay, so what about in these wires? Oh yeah, I still got this huge potential even in these. They're just all open-ended. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and... Ow! Bit me. Don't touch these. Woo! That is a serious spike. Jeez, my knees, man. Oh, it smells terrible. Can I short these out without getting in trouble? Shouldn't be able to. Let's see what kind of spark we got. Oh! Snaps. What's the scope look like when I do that? That's intense over here for me. I want it to arc without. Did I kill the camera yet? Oh, it's still good. Scope's still good? Scope's still good. Okay. So we definitely have high voltage there, let me tell you. I don't have some of the tools I want, but I do now. Now that we got what we want, let's turn this down. Actually, I was supposed to get a reference. So let's get a reference voltage. Alright. What if I turn this up? It just clips. Alright, I'll leave it alone. Oh, I bet it's these caps getting hot. I smell something, but it's just the caps, these Mylar caps. I need to put a fan on here, keep these cool. Don't worry. We just switched to a new bank and let that one cool down. Alright, what's our reference? Oh, yeah, that really burnt me. Burnt me good. Alright, so our reference is like basically 30 volts, okay? I should really be writing this stuff down. But I'm not. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take 4 diodes. You know what? Since I'm not connecting leads, I can actually connect the second channel. And I'm going to go ahead and connect the same ground. And then I can use... See, I need to find a way to keep these away from each other, huh? Just put these up here. Alright, like that. So I can go ahead and just clip this on one of these. Now I'll have a reference for the other side as well. Okay, and then let's do a measure, custom. It's going to be a peak to peak. Whew, that one's actually higher. See, that's what's so interesting. Okay, get rid of the menu. So alright, 40 volts and 28 volts. Let's turn that off and let these cool down. That's pretty funny. They get pretty hot. Turn the amp down. Richard, I got the amp all the way to the max, man. But yes, it's down right now. Okay, so now let's test some of my ideas. So one of my ideas is I need 4 diodes that are high voltage rated. Now the problem with this is I can't pull much current from here. But these are high voltage diodes. They're just, like I said, they're just very low amperage, so I gotta be careful. I'm gonna blow them all out. Honestly, it doesn't bother me that much, but I still need to be careful. So I'm gonna put these facing in, So negative facing in. So I'm trying number one. Number one is diodes facing in. Whoops. No, that's falling off. That's the one rust lost, I think, but that's okay. Not a big deal. I got other scope leads. I might find one that fits better. So I got the... break it in half. How much is a... How many amps is a microwave oven diode? Geez, a microwave oven diode surely should be able to handle what I'm doing if it can handle a microwave. Maybe not, but I would expect it to. Crazy, man. Beam me up when you get it working. I want to come visit you. Okay. How's the wife anyway? She alright? That's rough, man. Alright, I don't really want this ring terminal on here. Alright, I gotta get at least one of these tests done. I can't take direct measurements, so I'm gonna have to rely on other things. So I got 4 diodes. Alright, all of those are connected together. I'm just gonna use these crappy leads to do it with. So, let's see. Actually, no, they're not all connected together. These two are connected together. Black is the start. Black is the start. These two are connected together. I kind of want to reverse that. I'll play with it later. Now I'm supposed to have a capacitor across this. I could connect one of these, I guess. Actually, I'll do that. That way it's resonant. Right? So it's resonant around the same exact frequency. Slightly different, but close. So one of those goes to this end. Need a longer one. One of those goes to this end. Now I need to turn the amp way down, and I'm gonna measure what? This guy. Whatever happened here, he says. What is it, Russ? Let's see. That one. That one. Oh, you enjoyed my 2-cap experiment? Oh, Marco. Yeah, what about Marco? He's out there, hanging out. Yeah, Richard, I got some more of those coming up. And I'll be publishing a bunch of crap you're gonna love. You should watch this next. If you, yeah, just make sure you watch my videos. Watch all of them all the way through. Okay, now I need a full wave bridge rectifier, and I need some smoothing caps. So these are 400 volt. What do you think? 4 of those would be enough? Or it could be, I got some smaller ones here. What voltage are these? Oh, a photo flash, 330. I have 2 of these. These are 450, these are higher. We'll use those. Now we gotta be careful. Now we're playing with the big boy stuff here. Alright, so I need a bridge rectifier. This one will do. Oh boy, now I'm getting scared because these bridge rectifiers, they're not meant for this type of stuff. Marco Polo. Okay, now we're gonna go from the AC side. From this snubbing cap. From this snubbing cap to the other AC side. And we're gonna fire up the soldering iron because my old school cap bank here is not real happy. I made a video today, Richard. It was very long. I'm editing it. I'm editing it-ish as we speak. I edited a little bit today. I'll do some more tomorrow. Published on Wednesday. Yeah, I hope it makes people think. That's all I can say. So as reference, these caps are 680 UF, and I've got 4 of them in parallel here. Wasn't able to watch you today, wife and doctor. Yeah, I was asking, did you respond how your wife was doing? She's getting better slowly, Seth. Well, getting better slowly is better than not getting better, so. Alright, where are we at? Let's jump to the gun here. Let's go up a little higher. We're going to be soldering some big boys. Soldering some big boys. Remember when I was in my garage back in Indiana, soldering all these up? I remember that very clearly. The PAP, man. The PAP was awesome, that experiment. I'll eventually probably get back to it. Always new ideas to try on old things, right? I mean, we are visiting the Rodin coil experiment right now. But I think I might be onto something. Now, I am going to put an actual meter on this side of the circuit, regular DC meter. Okay. Man, these high voltage diodes, I don't know about them. Alright, but you know, let's see what happens here. Okay. So we need to go from the DC side. Let's see, that's the positive, so the negative is here. The negative is there. The negative is here. I'll go ahead and get my older meter that's been through hell. It's been through all of the PAP explosions and it's still alive, so I'll keep using it. I guess I can use these, it's okay. This has 1000 volt DC input, so not too bad. Should probably put bleed resistors across this though. Okay, now we need I was able to duplicate Russ's findings here as well. Oh, were you? Not these new ones, but the old ones, yeah. You were able to do that with all kinds of stuff, though, not even just the Rodin coil or something. Okay. Now, I'm gonna turn the amp on. Right now I have 1 volt. Okay. So I'm gonna bring this up just a little. Or max it out already. Okay, so I'm going to try unplugging the capacitor bank. Oh, there it goes. Now it's going up. Okay, so it's charging the capacitor. It's very slow. Let me put the meter somewhere where you can read it. Well, it's hard to see, but I think you can read it. Alright, so with this capacitor, okay, I'm going to turn this up. I really don't see anything there. Oh, you know what though? I know what I need to do. I'm going to do it the way I thought. So look, no capacitor. I'm going to crank this up. Boop. There it goes. It's going. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch these. So it's going to be black on black. No, black on positive, positive on black. Okay, now let's turn it back up. Okay, our rise is maybe better. Let's go ahead and hook the capacitors back up. Okay, now we're going to turn this amp back on. So the capacitors really kill the effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the capacitors inside the circuit. Okay. And see if that is a benefit. So in order to do that, I really want to keep 2 of these coils open. You know what? I'm going to do exactly that. These are going to be completely open over here, doing nothing. So right now, if this capacitor charges, there's no loop, none whatsoever. It's basically number 3 on my tests with the diodes. Number 2 on the test with the diodes. Okay, here we go. And there it is. Alright, confirmed on that one. So now we're going to put it on the other side of the diode. So now the diodes, now this should go crazy if I be careful here. I'm going to be killing this big diode, but oh, look at that. It's not even hardly turned on, and look at it. Oh, snap. See? This is where it gets interesting. Oh, but it maxed out there. Oh, no, now it's still going. Okay, so now these are charged up and dangerous. So this is number 2, my intuition. Now I'm going to do one more thing. Whoops. I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to add a capacitor bank on the other side. This is sort of one of my own tests. Gosh, I should really write this stuff down, but I'm in a hurry. I just want to see what happens, so forgive me for not being so thorough. We'll visit this again. This is just a dirty, quick and dirty test. Okay? Quick and dirty, guys. Okay. Oh, reach me all the way over here. Oh. Okay. Nothing shorted out. Alright, now I've got the capacitors added to the other side of that. So now what I expect is things to rise even faster. So nope, now we don't have anything. I'm going to disconnect the cap. Something's very unhappy. Okay, we disconnect the other side of the cap. Something is very not happy here. I completely destroyed the effect I was getting. What did I change? Nothing changed. These are still open-ended. Those are still connected. Those are all okay. We're not getting, maybe I killed these diodes. That's a high probability. Okay, we've disconnected the output. Now let's make sure. Yeah, okay, that's happy. Alright, one of them doesn't do anything. Now this side. I bet I killed the bridge rectifier. It is very warm. It throws a nice spark. Completely kills the effect. Let's try this side. Oh! Bit me. Oh yeah, that's got some high voltage in there. Well, darn. Okay. So, okay. This bridge rectifier is probably broken. We should check it though. It's very hot. Okay, hot indicates what? Indicates a lot of current? I don't know. Indicates high voltage, indicates what? I just don't know, but it's hot. Okay, so I need to write this down. I will write a few notes. I have to do that. Alright. I'm not going to write too many figures, just some notes. So test number 1, diodes. The diodes worked, right? It charged. Diodes worked, but needed to remove cap. Diodes work, but needed to remove the cap. Okay. charge for, what were those? I don't remember. They're charged up. I'll be real careful. In parallel. Number 3. Number 3 worked with or without diode. Let's see if these are warm. Oh yeah, I wasn't using them. With or without diode. But adding cap, nothing. And then, oh, that would be scenario number 2. Alright, well, should we blow up another? Should we blow up another diode bridge? First I want to short these caps out. Ready? Oh, I love doing that. Alright. My ears are ringing now. It's a good thing though. Well, I could use these high voltage diodes as my bridge, but they can't pull very much current. I'm afraid I'm just going to break them all, but I guess that's what I'll do if I have to. Probably should have shut the door, that was really loud. Here's a few more bridges. I guess I'll make up one more here. This time I'm gonna put the oscilloscope probe on the actual output so I can check the voltage, and I'll keep it really low. That way I can test these ideas without breaking stuff. So AC side, let's see, this goes to the positive, this goes to the negative. And then that one goes to the other side. Alright, so now we're gonna keep the voltage way down because I got the oscilloscope probe connected. That is the yellow one, so let's just go very slow here. Oh, the amplifier is off. Good night, Richard. Thanks for hanging. I'm gonna be done here shortly. I gotta definitely go in and do other things. Alright, so let's disconnect the bridge diode, bridge rectifier. Huh, maybe this one's damaged too. So when I connect it, it acts very funny. Whoa, that's already at 96 volts? Oh snap, Batman. Alright, well, let's see if I disconnect the ground of the oscilloscope there. It's gonna screw up my measurements. I can't do that. That's okay. That's okay. I won't worry about about it. I really need my other scope to do these measurements, so what I'm going to do is just connect it to the wire. I did want to do one other thing, though, which is I actually wanted to connect it across the other side. So actually, oh, you know what? I'm across the coil, not an open end. Darn it. Cross this out. I need to be. That's probably why it was working. Okay. Well, it should still work, but let's do this. That's why I killed the diode, probably too. Alright, so I need to be across the black one here. I really need to short these caps out. I could use a resistor though. Just see if we can get it to charge. Not really. Alright, I'm gonna shoot a bleed resistor across the cap so we don't blow up anything. If I can find one. Oh, well. I don't want to pull one out of my circuit board. Here's one. That's a pretty low resistance though. We will sacrifice this one. It might blow up. No, it's okay. Alright, we're back down. Now I want to see if it charges up. So now I'm open-ended. Technically earlier I was not. Okay, so it is charging, but it's very, very slow. Now we're going to try the other end. Okay, same thing. Now let's try on the outside of the diodes. Okay, nothing really. So I was across the coil, that's probably why. I mean, it's still, well, it says it's charging right now, which is hard to believe. It's probably just residual, but matter of fact, let's just put this across here. Nothing really there. Not really anything on that side. That one is charging up when I take the diode out. When I take the diode out completely, I do get a charge. So now, let's take the diodes across like this. Not really anything. One side. Not really anything. Now when I go on the other side of the diode, well, still not really anything. Huh. Earlier it was putting out. I may need to retune. Let's see. Oh, I still got my good high voltage there. If I disconnect these. I'm still okay. Oops. Yeah, 18.2 kilohertz. Okay, what does this teach me? I was getting a charge. It did charge once, but seems to not always do that. Let's try connecting these in series. So it should basically triple the voltage, or double the voltage. So now we'll try connecting this one and this one. We should definitely get something here. There we go. It's very slow, so let's try taking this one and switching it with this one. Still very slow. So if I go on the outside of a diode, really nothing there. On the inside of a diode, it's charging. Why isn't this charging up like rapidly like last time though? This is a question I cannot answer. I do not know why. See, the signal's only like 9 volts peak to peak there. What is it on this one? 23. If I disconnect the bridge rectifier, 23. So maybe I broke the bridge rectifier again. Am I really pushing it that hard? Maybe. Let's get out one more. I don't think I'll break it, but I want to test. Let's see. That one we need to test. I want to just literally barely turn it on. Oh, that side wasn't even connected over there, unless I did that just now. This side over here wasn't connected. That's probably why it wasn't putting out. Okay, positive on positive, that's this one. Negative on negative. Okay, now I'm gonna barely bring this up. Okay, it's not very high. Let's put these back where they should be ballistic. Let's go real slow here. There we go. So I'm not going to turn it up too high this time. I'm going to just make sure I can get keep it right there. So now can you see the meter? It's at 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. So I'm going to disconnect the center lead, and it's still charging. Okay, now it's an open circuit and it's still charging. This wire really has nothing to do with it. Now if I disconnect this one, it quits charging. Over here, it quits charging. But over here, it's charging. Over on the other side of the diode, it's not charging. So I'm going to turn this down even more. So it's not charging. I want to get it to where it charges at least to where it's at right now. .200 volts. Okay, there, it's starting to climb. Go back down. So about right there. It's holding steady at just under 200 volts. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to release the energy. Oh! Burnt resistor. Bad news bears, guys. It's a lot of power. That's going to stink. My wife's going to be mad at me because I'm going to smell bad. Oh well, that's what you get. Okay. Ooh, that does stink. Okay, now I'm going to sacrifice. Well, I'm not going to sacrifice. I'm going to plug in this power supply. Oh no, that's a DC-DC. I don't want to do that one. Let's just do this one. I bought it specifically for this. That resistor smells very bad though. AC input. I'm going to put this on 220. Now the question is does this... Oh boy, can I put... Oh no, it's DC. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. As long as it's not AC. Should be able to put straight DC into this and it should power on. Well, this is the chance we'll take. I'm going to try to connect the output of this DC system. Can you see what I'm doing? Probably not. Where can I put this? Can I put it here? Can you see that? Maybe if I just put it right at the edge, you can see it. So now what I'm going to do is put the AC in. I'm just going to connect DC right to the terminal here. So negative. This is where it's going to draw some current. That's going to be a problem for that rectifier, but hey, whatever. So neutral and line. You know what I could do? I'm going to charge this cap up. I'm going to plug in the power supply and see if it turns the light on. So amplifier's on. Cap is charging. It's very slow. It's because I have it turned so far down. Alright, it's at 80 volt. I'm just going to try it. Oh, it's still climbing. That's good. We'll get it all the way up to 200. We'll see if we can get this power supply to kick on. Better it's charging the caps inside this sucker. It's got a bridge rectifier in there, so we'll see if we don't blow the fuse out. The LED output light is still not on, but I got this thing set to 220. I gotta keep getting that cap in here probably charged. But look at that, even though I'm shorting this out to the power supply, just has a bridge rectifier smoother on it. It's still climbing. Let's... Oh, okay. Come on, baby. As soon as we hit 220, this power supply should, like, kick on and be alive. I'll tell you what, I'm going to hook it up. I'm going to bump this frequency up so it charges a little faster. And when it gets to 220, I'll bump it back down. Come on, don't blow up the power supply. Come on, little green LED. You guys can't quite see it. I'll push it in here a little bit. There you go. A little green LED on this power supply. I don't smell anything coming out of it. I could do 120, but I figured if we can do higher voltage, we'll do it. I mean, it's got DC input. It's not AC, but it is DC input. It should kick on even with DC input. Oh, it's on! It's on! It's trying to spin the fan up. It's clicking. So we gotta get to 220. And then once it gets to 220, gosh, I should run this at 120. It would probably be a lot easier. But whatever. I'm open-ended. My coils are completely open-ended, but I'm connected past the diodes. There, it stopped clicking. Oh. It's basically oh, no, it's not maxed out. I want to get it, there it goes. I want to get it to about 220. And then I'm going to try to draw a load from it and see what happens. Well, it only took me like a year and a half, but I finally got this power supply running with this Rodin coil. And nobody's here to see it. Ah, a few of you are. Sorry, I should be more nice. A few of you are still here to watch it. Alright, so when this gets to 220 volts, can you guys see the meter or not? It's in at 217. Well, you can kind of see it. What's strange is it's on. So what happens when I try to pull a load? There, it's sitting right at 220. I'm gonna leave it. I was adjusting the amplifier. Now I'm gonna try to draw a load from this power supply. What do I have that's 12 volt that I want to try? Well, first of all, let's just put a meter on it. How about that? See, this is dropping now. I gotta like fine tune this thing. So this bridge rectifier is putting out real power. It's hot. The amplifier can only deliver so much. It will not go past so much power, so it's a good thing that it's on and alive. I'm seeing it, Russ. My eyeballs are stuck to the monitor screen. I've been trying to do this for so long, man. So long. Here it is. It's alive and working. Man, this thing's flaky. I gotta keep adjusting it. Okay, ground. That's this one. Where can I put this? You can kind of read it. going to basically plug this meter just across the power supply. Man, I got to be careful. There's some serious power stored in those capacitors. Okay, voltage out, negative. Oh, I got to be careful. I'm going to zap myself. These aren't the best leads. We'll see if we can get it to stay. Now, do we have 12 volt out? Yes, indeed we do. Now, although the thing's being powered, you know, it's not really pushing. Keep adjusting the amp here to try to get this to come back up. Sitting right at 214. I kind of want to run at 120. It'd probably be easier. Why don't I try it? I'm going to turn the amp down. Let's see how fast it drops. So it is producing real power. It's powering the power supply. The power supply is consuming something, right? So there it goes. It's dropping off. Obviously the power supply is still on. And then I'm going to flip it back over to 120 instead of 220. It'll probably be a little easier to power. Yeah, thank you. I do need to be very careful right now. So let me disconnect this one. Flip this to 120, I mean. Okay, connect it back up. Alright. And then turn the amplifier back on. Ooh, yeah, now we're cranking. But we don't have any output power. Why not? We're actually over voltaged right now. Let me try putting it back on 220. Oh, watch it. Okay, let me try, I guess, bringing it back up. Seeing if it kicks on here. There it is, it's on. It is drawing power from my cap bank. I really got to crank this thing up to get it to put out. So I'm gonna try 120. I can't. Why doesn't it work on 120? Okay, 120. Scary every time. I'm bringing it up pretty high. That's way... Oh, you know what? Probably because it's over the voltage it needs to be at. Where's my resistor that I've been blowing up? We need to drain this. I want to smell something hot. Not that resistor. No, maybe not. Okay, we brought the voltage way down. That little burnt resistor. So now I'm gonna try bringing the voltage back up and see if we can get it to kick on. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 33, 35, 34, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110. No green light, no joy. 120. So there's something special about that being on 220. So that's okay. We'll leave it on 220. Crank it up. I'm going to try actually pulling a load. So we're almost at 280, 290, 211. It's on. I got the amp turned pretty well. The gain, I just turned the gain up, but it's not really all the way up yet, I guess. Oh, I'm so excited. Maybe it's off. Why can't I still can't see what's on. Oh, you see this little green light over here on the power supply? Right there, that little green light right there. That is what's turning on and off. So look, now we're going to try to pull the load. What do I have in here that is 12 volt? What do I have that's 12 volt? What do I have that's 12 volt? I need something simple, 12 volt. What do I got? Oh, I gotta be careful, the voltage is going over. At 230, okay. What do I have that runs on 12 volt? I need a load, a simple load, maybe a little motor. Do I have a little motor? Do I have a little motor? I mean, solar charge controller is what I need. Do I have a battery charger? Battery charger. What do I have? What do I have? Come on. Seriously. Oh, what about a 3D printer? I have a 3D printer. I could try connecting it to that. 12 volt. What do I have that runs on 12 volt? Think, Russ. What do you have that runs on 12 volt? I have a bunch of crap that runs on 12 volt, but nothing in here. Well, I could try charging a battery. But it's not regulated, you know? The solar charge controller regulates it. Oh crap, what do I have that runs on 12 volts? And I need something that's like 150 watts. Have anything up here? Not really. I gotta be careful, but I want to see. I mean, that's warm. It's not hot, but it's warm. Coil is comfortable. I can feel it. It's putting off a little heat, but not much. Okay. I'm gonna go get something that's 12 volt. What if I just put a resistor? Do I have any, like, power resistors? Maybe build an automatic back scratch erosion. Well, thanks for the laugh, but I need an actual simple 12 volt load here. Actually, I should take a picture of this with the little green light on. I'll post them tonight. Alright, I'm going to shut the amp off. And I'm going to go find me a 12 volt load. What about a fan? A 12 volt fan? Yeah, to cool these capacitors. Well, they're not getting hot though. They must not be at quite that high voltage that they were originally. I'm on to... That's the other thing, I'm sort of inducting. Really I need the load to find out for sure it's actually doing what it's supposed to. 12 volt PC fan. Do I have? I have some 24 volt fans. Actually, you know what? This is a 20... No, it's 12 volt output. Why did I think it was 24? 12 volt, 33 amps. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go find a load. I can't believe I don't have anything just sitting around. What about a camera? I really need a variable load. I mean, I could try plugging my 3D printer into it. It won't bother me. But I don't have the right cable to do that. Let's start easy. I'm gonna go get a PC fan. I have some big ones. Back. I'm sure a Wallace and Gromit could figure this out. I got a fan. It's pretty big. Let's power it from... That one won't go high enough. Let's power it from this guy. That's really loud, but I gotta try to power this fan and make sure it works real quick. This is a pretty good load. If it can keep this fan happy. Alright, let's look at the dampers. dampers doesn't seem to work, but the fan runs. Okay, it's pulling about 0.9 of an amp. Maybe that's because the voltage isn't quite all the way. Alright, so technically this fan, okay, should be pulling, it says it pulls 1.2 amp. Oh shoot, that's a 10 volt fan though. Gosh dang it. That really makes me mad. Surely I got a PC fan on or something. Oh well. I'm hooking up 12 to it anyway. I just did. It was happy. So here we go. I suspect one of two things is going to happen. One, the power supply won't be able to power it. Or two, it will, but it'll blow my bridge rectifier out. Those are the two options. There's the fan. We're going to go ahead and connect the negative up, and then we'll do the positive once we get it powered up. Okay. There's the negative. Here's the positive. Should probably put it this way so it doesn't blow into your thing. Okay, here we go. Amplifier on. Slowly charging the system, which is very odd. I don't think this is... I have a feeling it might not pull... might not be able to handle the fan. Blow it up! Whoop! Okay, it's on. Here we go. Ow, it's zapping me. Voltage is dropping. And there you go. Let it charge back up. So it's not able to keep the fan happy. So I have one other thing to try. I'm not able to keep the fan happy, but it is zapping me. This grounded of the case is zapping me. Now I could probably turn it up. Yeah, I'll probably just end up blowing it up. Okay, I'm going to leave all this exactly the way it is, but I'm going to change one thing. And this is pretty simple. Actually, let's try this first. Let's try closing this loop. So right now it's open. No difference. But it is throwing a big spark off there. One more thing I want to try before I change this is I do actually want to connect a capacitor across this now. Okay, I think that boosted the output. I'm going to go ahead and connect it up. It's about to go over voltage. Now I might be able to turn this up, but the point is that it's dropping off, which means it is using the charge potential. Okay, so I'm going to try one more thing. I'm going to switch this so it's capacitive coupled only. Right now it's kind of inductively coupled because there's two windings on each doing this. So basically this all gets switched from there to there and there to here. Easy. It's the last thing I'm going to try. If I can find my... oh, my screwdriver's being used. Another one. Smaller than that. Here, small flat screwdriver. There, this one will work. Okay, so I'm going to take these diodes out because they are, unfortunately, they're not helping us. They're just allowing us to clip leads on there. Which is a good thing. I smell something. It could be ozone or something, but those caps are cool. It's probably not that high of a voltage. Okay, so basically I'm gonna move this, which is should be a ground wire. Yeah, a negative, so this side. I'm gonna move it over here. And I'm gonna move this one over to here. Okay, now let's make sure that I can still see the same sort of resonance. Both circuits, which should work. Might not, but it should. Alright, it's not quite the same amount. Probably because of the capacitance coupling there. Or these need to go the other way around. But I doubt it. This should have been right. Let's see here. Yeah. They were right. So this may not produce the same amount of potential. I'm gonna add these diodes back in there just purely to have jumper lead wires. And now I'm gonna go ahead and connect this one here. This one here. See if we can get our caps to charge up. Well, caps are charging up pretty slow, but it's working. Actually, this should technically be... Actually, no. It was right. It should be on this side. Now what I can try, though, now I can add the cap paint, because this should actually change things. This should actually make this better. There we go. Oh yeah, much faster, I think. Okay, power supply. Should turn on in a minute. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and hook up the fan. Basically, try to keep the voltage up. It's probably going to go down. But I'm going to try turning the power supply up. Alright, it's maxed out. Just can't keep up. So let's see if I disconnect these capacitors. Drops off like a rock. Hand in there. Come on. There we go. Well, the amp is turned all the way up. Now it's time, I guess, to try tuning, because we might need a different frequency. There we go. We're doing it. We're doing it. Oh my gosh, we're doing it. That's it. It needed to be retuned. The fan is working. We theoretically, but I don't know without measuring it, should be pulling more power, or roughly the same amount of power. I'm going to try a different... What could I do? Which clip? Let's see. Oh, that is that one. Okay. I want to see what we got. Not right there. Actually, right here. Should be about the equivalent. These two should be about the equivalent. Right there. Nope. Okay, 2 is on the... Oops. Oh, it's climbing. It's doing it. It was shorting out on accident. Okay, that blue trace is extremely interesting. Well, we're not holding 220 volts. Maybe it needs to be retuned again. I'm at 15.9. Man, it's very sensitive. There, it's sitting steady. It's only 10 volts though. I really need to measure the amps coming to the fan. If I could do that, I might have an answer. Let's try it. One of these gives me the amps. Amps. Let's put a pair of better leads on here. At least we got something. I've turned this mess into DC. I'm happy about that. Alright, one more meter up here. See if we can't blow something up. We're going to check, I'm going to turn this off for a second. I'm going to check the amps going to the fan. I'm going to do a quick math calculation. Oh shoot. What happened? I gotta be careful because this was going way over. Like a knob. Alright. There we go. Now we'll go back up. Alright, quick math calculation will tell us exactly how many watts. Because I know exactly how many watts the system can put out. I'm going to retune it and see if I can get it any better. At least they'll give me a rough estimate. That's 0.52. Oh, but the voltage is super low. It's only 6.9 volts. That's alright, let's just see. 0.5 times 6.92 Oh, that's amps. No, I'm sorry. Is that watts, really? Wait, if this is 1 amp, let's say it's 1 amp at 10 volts. Is that only 10 watts, really? Am I doing the math wrong? Volts times amps is watts. Okay, well. It's like 3.5, which is pretty bad, but hey, I'm just excited. I'm running a fan off this DC's power supply, running from a crazy setup. That's the start. So if I take this cap off, you know, it drops like a rock. So what happens if I add another one? Whoops, that's not adding another one. That's adding the same. Alright, that's not helpful. If I bypass the cap, yeah, which is just that side of the wire. If I bypass the cap, yeah, I need that oscillatory motion. So the only other thing I can do is try switching these real quick. Not helpful. Alright. Well, let me accomplish something. And something is better than nothing. Because previous to this, it was nothing. And I'm tuning it some more to try to get more out of it. see I'm getting out of resonance, just like it just drops off like a rock. Alright, well, I better go inside before I get in too much trouble. Being outside too late. Hey, I'm just happy to see that darn power supply running. I mean, it's only at 125 volts there. And it's only outputting 7, but... I mean, I should still be able to make this work if I connect that side of the diode. But this is not true. Well, maybe it is. I just need to retune it. Oh, there we go. I mean, my output signal's big. But it's not drawing any load. If I do just one wire, and then if I do two, it kills the... Actually, it's charging like crazy there, but... Well, it's not running anything yet. It'll change here in a second. So when the power supply kicks on that blue, it's going to change. Let's see. Stayed the same. See, now I'm way up there on 17. I kind of want to do one more thing. I want to move to a double. Man, those are some big sparks, huh? Now I'm double. Ooh. Ooh. Now we're at 150. Ah. Now we got something. Now we got something. Now we got something. I doubled the output capacitor capacity. And now I'm pulling 1 amp, 10 volt. What changed? I added one more capacitor to the system. So one more bank of capacitors to the system. So now I'm going to add one more, and then retune it again. There we go. And I'm retuning it right now. I'm just watching the voltage, trying to watch for it to go up. So I'm going to try something. I'm going to double the capacity on the drive side. Is the fan making the microphone go crazy, by the way? So here, now I'm going to try out. I'm going to try connecting an extra. Now I've got one extra output. I killed it, huh? Well, I guess it's lower. I think it should be higher. There. There we go. Now let's see if it's right there. See if it's any better. I'll kick on here. Now it's actually worse. Going back to 1. I may add another one on the output though, just to see what happens. So there we go, 1 amp, 10 volts. So that's 10 watts, which is I mean, still not great. Alright, well I got my good camera out here. Maybe I'll film it for a second. I'm slowly tuning it, trying to see what I can get out of it. Sitting at 200 volts basically. Alright, I got my good camera in here. I'll just a brief documentation. Alright, just a brief documentation. It is 11:21 p.m. 9/25/2017. I had some new ideas to try, and it's slightly different than what I was thinking, but it is running right now. So we're at 15.61 kilohertz. Here's what our scope looks like. These leads are connected across the outside of the insulator. But basically I have one coil oscillating the primary. So I'm taking the Regal Regal DG1022. I'm driving the acoustic B200H amp. And I'm driving that into one side of this primary coil, and it's coupled with the second set of coils. And one side's the amp, the other side, the out of phase, is connected across one of these banks of capacitors. And then the output side is connected the same, out of phase. And I also got a set of capacitors, but I got three banks of these capacitors. These are upside down. So these are 10 in a row, 0.3 UF, 200 volt each, so 2000 volt bank with 0.3 UF, so they're 3 UF, I think. And then I've got that on one side resonating. The other side is connected to this bridge rectifier, which is connected to this smoothing cap, which is connected to the input of this DC-DC power supply. It's actually an AC-DC power supply. It's upside down, that's all I can do for you. And then the output power is driving this fan, which you can hear is blowing quite a bit of fan noise. And right now it's pulling 1.6 amps at about 11.28 volts. And the AC side's at just about 203, slowly climbing here. So we're approximately, I don't know, 12 watts or less on the output side. And I know for a fact this guy right here will really only put out maximum of like 70 watts in this system, the way it's configured. That's incorporating phase. But I don't have my original scope or my good Tektronix, so I'm just doing what I can with my original scope for now. But I just wanted to finally show I was able to get a power supply to do something. So this amp is a maximum of 100 volt peak to peak output. It's turned up pretty well all the way right now. And then here we're driving 203 volts, 1 amp, 11.33 volts DC. Now that's AC, volts DC. No, that's volts DC on the cap bank there, okay. Alright, just thought I'd document that I finally got this power supply kicked on and running. So that's it. Ross out. Bye-bye. Alright, people. I'm going to leave it just like this. Actually, I'm going to take one more picture. Alright, I gotta go, man. I'm getting tired and I really have other things I gotta do. But I had a lot of fun. If I get time, I'll write some notes. Otherwise, it is what it is for now. Alright, amplifier, whoop, off. Signal gen, off. Scope off. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna turn these meters off, huh? Well, it's definitely not quite what I was looking for, but it's something, which is way better than nothing. Bye-bye.